So he says he's been struggling to maintain a healthy plant-based diet. Now, this is interesting. He says struggling to maintain a healthy plant-based diet. I assume he means a plant-based diet which provides him positive health outcomes. When he says that he's been struggling to privately maintain a plant-based diet, that means he's attributing whatever problems he's had to his diet, right? Now, a lot of people will do this when that isn't necessarily the case. Naive me, during one of my first flares of Crohn's disease, before I knew I had Crohn's disease, thought that my diet was responsible for my symptoms. And when in reality, I had Crohn's disease, and it took something like a very invasive colonoscopy, endoscopy, etc. to determine this. And then come to find out there's people in my family that also have it that aren't even vegan. And my pain and my suffering was not to do with that. That's just an example of a health outcome not even really being attributed to something like diet or like caused by something like diet.
All right, so I think those were really good points, and I think that's why we need to cut somebody like him some slack. I mean, that's the thing. You were saying when you were younger and naive and you felt some issues, you thought maybe it was meat related or whatever, and then later you found out it was Crohn's, and that you can heal that with a plant-based diet. You can heal many things with a plant. Well, potentially and likely anything. I am a person that believes that we should be eating somewhat of a herbivore or frugivore diet. I believe we're probably close to chimps, where we should be eating like maybe majority fruit, but also a bunch of greens and other veggies, some nuts and stuff. But anyways, this is why anybody that is against vegan does something pretty extreme and claims they're not vegan because of health stuff. This is why they would do it. So if you look at one of the most popular cases, if you look at Jordan Peterson and Mikhaila Peterson, they both had autoimmune diseases and they tried various different things. They both were very sick for very long amounts of time. And then they both do a carnivore diet. They eat only, one of them eats only lamb, I think, and the other eats only beef. And I think they go like hardcore with, they're pretty wealthy, so they do like hormone-free, grass-fed, that kind of stuff. And I don't know the best way to explain. I haven't been in that situation, but I can imagine how tough a situation is where if you're miserable, your goal is to make yourself not miserable, and you find out something that makes you not miserable. That makes sense to me that somebody would want to stick with that or think that that's the right thing. Now, in my mind, what happened with Jordan and Mikhaila is because of cutting everything out and just doing those couple animal products, not that animal products are good for you, but whatever was harming their bodies, making them unhealthy, was something else. And so when they eliminated all that, they felt good and they thought it was the meat. But my guess would be it would be the elimination of the bad. So if they were to eliminate everything they eliminated and also eliminate meat, but then only had, put in some things here and there, have like oats and have brown rice and, just do like a bunch of fruit and then some greens or something. Then maybe at that point they still would have noticed, oh, they eliminated the bad. They might feel just as good doing some form of a whole food plant-based diet right now, but they didn't think to try it. Or maybe they tried it, but what was harming them was something like nightshades. Some people don't do well with like tomatoes and potatoes and stuff like that. Different people are allergic to different things. Some people are gluten intolerant. And so 100% whole food, not every element of whole food would work for everyone. But my guess is that some form of a whole food plant-based diet would help any issue. But the question is, how can you get people, okay, so you get somebody that's having these issues and then they go over to just meat and they're like the best they've ever felt in their whole lives. And then somebody tells them, hey, you should actually probably be vegan. Like, think of how tough that would be. I'm not saying they shouldn't do it. And I'm not saying we shouldn't discuss this, but think how hard that would be for them to go, I feel the best I've ever felt. You want me to stop doing this and add things in that might make me go back to feeling horrible? And then you want me to test out a bunch of things? So I don't even know how I would convince them. I don't know if I would. I guess my focus would be everywhere else. My focus would be on everybody that doesn't have an issue where they think they found a thing. Now, if every non-vegan out there, if they were just saying like, I need all of this to be healthy or whatever, then you'd start picking apart the different things. But when people are out there eating greasy burgers and hot dogs and all chicken nuggets and all this junk food. Clearly, they're not trying to be healthy. I guess my focus is to work on those people. So anyways, I don't know what to say about Alex. In a sense, I mean, I'm not even worried. I think a lot of us just think we want as many vegans as possible. So if somebody's not vegan anymore, we're mad at that person. And there might be more reasons, but I'm just thinking there are so many people that are 100% not vegan that we should be trying to convince in different ways to be closer to what Alex is.